In this masterclass, you'll discover the three-step system that helps busy men and women burn fat, build strength, and finally feel confident, energized, and in control of their life again by Coach Ramiro. Before we start, make sure your sound is turned on, have a piece of paper and pen handy. What I'm about to share with you can change your life, especially if you're over the age of 30. Have you ever noticed that some people stay lean, strong, confident, and full of energy without giving up the foods they love? What's their secret? They followed a system that actually works. Was there a time when you looked in the mirror and you didn't recognize yourself? You started a workout plan but couldn't stick with it, try to eat clean and move more, but your body wouldn't respond? This is for you if you're busy but ready to feel strong and confident again. You've tried everything but nothing sticks. You just want to burn fat, build muscle, and feel good in your own body again. Think of your health and your life like this jigsaw puzzle, right? Here's what it's going to do. If you don't have all the pieces to a puzzle, you're not going to be able to finish the masterpiece. And so, what most people do, they have some piece of the puzzle put together, but they don't have the whole thing laid out. All we get to do is I teach you exactly what to do so that we can fill in the gaps. So that way you have exactly the right plan, strategy, and execution so that you can get results finally that will last indefinitely. My promise to you is you'll discover my three-step system that I've used with over 20,000 people to burn fat, build lean muscle, and feel energized within 90 days without giving up your career, your family time, or the lifestyle that you love. More importantly, I want you to be able to cherish the times that are important with you, like hanging out with your friends and family. Mainly, gaining back your confidence and getting back into the body that you know you deserve. At the end of the day, this is about becoming an unstoppable version of yourself so that you can achieve and accomplish any goal you set your mind to. Can you relate to this? You avoid mirrors because you don't feel like you anymore? Or maybe you're doing the work, but your body isn't changing? Or possibly you need coffee, snacks, or quick boost just to make it through the day? Are there days you just think you'll never be fit and healthy again? Does it ever seem like you've tried everything and nothing seems to work? Have there been times you just quit because it feels impossible? Look, it's not your fault. The real problem, most fitness advice traps you in an all or none mindset that fails when life gets busy. Here's why I say that. Because most programs are built for people with unlimited time, energy, and perfect conditions, not busy adults juggling career, family, and real life. Most programs ignore real life. I've worked with over 20,000 clients. I know it's not willpower, it's a smarter system. What I've seen over and over is this: people aren't broken, they just follow broken systems. The real issue is in motivation. It's that most plans aren't built for real life. Look at this infographic really quick. People who set goals have a 98% success rate versus the people who don't, right? The reality is the success rate is exponential, especially success rate with adequate coaching. People who set goals for themselves have a greater chance of succeeding at those goals, primarily because they have structure, they have plan, they have a goal, and more importantly, they probably have direction and leadership of people who have done it before them. Unfortunately, only 2% of the people who try to go it alone without a plan will see some success. I know that if you're of the 98% and you're looking for some direction, some coaching, hang tight because I got something that's going to be amazing that can revolutionize your life. Let's talk about the cost of doing nothing. Every week you wait, energy drops, confidence fades, and bad habits dig a little deeper. It's not just weight, it's how it affects your mood, sleep, and how you show up in life. The good news is I figured out a simple way to solve this problem and walk you through it in this training. There are three keys to your success. Really quick, let me just tell you. Phil followed the plan. He lost 42 pounds in 10 weeks. Sylvia followed the plan. She lost 88 pounds and 22% body fat. I got an amazing family here. They're impacting their lives, but collectively they lost over 150 pounds by following the plan. It works, ladies and gentlemen. I'm telling you, imagine this. You wake up feeling lighter, clearer, and proud of who's looking you back in the mirror. You'll feel in control again, clear minded, focused, and proud of what you see and how you feel. But the best part is, you don't have to track every calorie or spend hours in the gym. Even if you failed before, this will feel doable and different. The only reason I can share this with you is because I've lived this for over 40 years. Every win, every setback, and every lesson in between. Hi, I'm Coach Ramiro. I'm best known as the Ageless Fit Coach. I help busy professionals and high achievers regain strength, energy, and confidence without sacrificing their lifestyle. Hi, I'm a former collegiate athlete and I've coached for over 30 years and I've helped over 20,000 clients have high level success. I've got a background in nutrition, but I'm telling you, what I'm going to share with you is going to shape the way you think about what you thought was possible and how you can start to see results just by doing these three things that I'm going to share with you. Even though now I'm a sought out expert in this area, I want you to know that things certainly weren't always this way. Let me show you what I mean. In the early days, I was lost. My dad died when I was 3 years old. I had zero examples of health and fitness. Nobody in the history of my genealogy had a healthy lifestyle. Everything I've built physically and mentally started from scratch. And I've tried everything: crazy diets with no structure or strategy, no real understanding of nutrition, extreme workouts, hoping something would stick. I remember the moment when I was 27, a friend asked me, "What are you going to do with your life?" I had no answer. And that's when everything changed. I felt lost, ashamed, frustrated. It sent me on a journey to find answers. Then I realized it was never about workouts or nutrition. It was about an identity, the life that I was creating for myself. And through a lot of trial and error and figuring out what didn't work, I finally cracked the code. You see, I was on a journey. I didn't realize this in the early days, but I was actually in pursuit of something bigger than me. I didn't know what I was chasing, but when I realized it wasn't fitness, it wasn't exercise, it wasn't nutrition, it was a better version of myself. This is what has allowed me to not only maintain my health and wellness. I started training when I was 12, in my teens, 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, and now in my mid 50s. I'm telling you, what I realized was there were patterns that were the same when I was 18 and now in my 50s. So what I do now is I lead, teach, and train people to master these patterns. It's just a handful of them. There's only 5 things that you have to do consistently over time. And I'm going to unpack them right now in my 3-step framework on what I teach my clients so that they can start mastering their fitness, their health, their vitality, their mindset, and most of all, improving and impacting their life. Now, life looks like this. I wake up with clarity and energy to lead my day. I feel confident, strong, and in control of my health. With this deeper sense of purpose, I'm showing up for my family, my career, myself, all without burnout. You and I are similar. I'm no superhero. I'm just a regular guy juggling life, work, health, and family. But I committed to making it stick. If I can do it with no examples to get started, with help, you can too. Imagine what life looks like when you reclaim your fitness, confidence, and your life. How amazing would it feel when your energy lasts all day, no crashes, no burnouts, your body feels strong, lean, and pain free? Or maybe, what does it look like when you're leading with confidence at work and at home? You're no longer chasing balance, you're living it. Look, you're not stuck because you're lazy. You're stuck because you don't have a clear plan, a proven system, or the accountability to follow through. There are 3 discoveries that I made about staying fit after the age of 30. So here's what I uncovered about why people stay stuck and how you can finally break through. One, it's not your age that's slowing you down, it's your habits. I want you to think about this. This is one of my clients, Phil. This is what he called his breaking point. Like, why most people stay stuck? It's the simple answer: they don't have a plan. But like most people, they're trying to get fit with zero structure, no roadmap, and no accountability. That's why guys like Phil stay stuck for years until they get a system that matches their life. But when they do, like Phil, he lost 42 pounds in 10 weeks because the right plan makes progress automatic. Here's another couple who had amazing results. They're changing their family legacy. Whether you're a busy professional or parents just trying to raise kids right, but you've struggled with your health for years and you're clueless how to get started, that's where Pat and Dee were. They didn't know where to start until they stepped into my system that finally made sense. As a family, they lost over 150 pounds. They didn't just drop weight, they rebuilt their confidence, their energy, their lives, and now they're showing their kids the value and the importance of a healthy lifestyle. Now they're running marathons, setting bold goals, and living in bodies they never thought possible. Why? Because they followed a system. And when you work the plan works every single time. Meet Sylvia. She came to me tired, overwhelmed, and at rock bottom with her confidence. But deep down, she made a decision. This time, I'm going all in. She didn't need perfect circumstances. She needed a plan, a community, and the belief that change was possible. Sylvia lost 88 pounds, but she gained so much more: confidence, energy, a deep sense of accomplishment. She's living in a new body, doing things she once thought impossible. And most importantly, she's in alignment with her purpose again. If Sylvia can do it, so can you. The second thing I discovered was lack of discipline isn't the issue, lack of structure is. Think of it like this: you can be highly motivated, but without a clear path, it's like sprinting in the wrong direction. Most people start the day with good intentions, but no plan. That's why Sylvia struggled for years. But with a simple step by step system, she lost 88 pounds and kept it off. Harvard study shows systems work better than motivation. It's not that you lack discipline, you just haven't had a plan that fits your life. The third thing I discovered: you don't rise to the level of your goals, you fall to the levels of your routine. Sadly, we all have big goals, but without good habits, that's just wishful thinking. You don't brush your teeth because you're motivated. You do it because it's a habit. That's how your health should work too. Sylvia didn't lose 88 pounds from hype. She followed a routine, one step at a time. She didn't chase goals, but she built the habits that made them happen. I'm going to show you a 3 step system that's helped thousands of clients transform their health, vitality, and life just by doing this. It's called the AFC Method. Let me walk you through the steps. It's called the 7 day reset. You're one of 3 people. You're the never ever. You've never ever worked out a day in your life. All right. Or maybe you're the rebooter. You're somebody that's just looking to start all over again because maybe you've fallen off the wagon. Or maybe you've been healthy in the past or you're healthy right now and you've hit a plateau and you don't know where to go. I created a 7 day reset that guides you step by step. I literally map out what to do every single day. This is structure without overwhelm. I keep it super simple. There's only 5 things that you're going to do every single day, and you're going to repeat these over and over and over again for 7 days. The whole key is to get some habits going in the right direction. So that way you have structure, you have a plan, and you're moving towards your goals. It's only 7 days and it's specifically guided. I show you, I tell you, I lead you, I train you. But at the end of the day, you still got to do all the work. All right. So after the 7 day reset comes the momentum method. This is where it gets really powerful. Remember, you're gaining some habits, and ultimately, the key is to master those habits. And then once you get those habits in order, you're going to go the next 28 days with a structured plan on what to do every single day. I guide you step by step. This is why my clients get great results because I'm not leaving them to figure it out. I'm showing them, teaching them, and training them. All they have to do is execute exactly the map that I've laid out for them. So they're going to do this for the next 28 days. And the third phase of this step is powerful because this is what's going to allow you to do it indefinitely. This is what's allowed me to do fitness for over 40 years with no examples in the early days. And so this is called the Ageless Vitality Fitness Blueprint. This is where you're going to do it daily. You're going to have a weekly checklist. You're going to have motivation. You're going to have encouragement. You're going to have a plan. You're going to have a coach. You're going to have a community of people, of like-minded individuals who are on the same journey as you. And so I guide you step by step. I make it super simple. Remember, there's a transfer of knowledge. There is not a transfer of fitness. You still got to implement it. And I know if you're willing to follow the blueprint that I've laid out, every single person has had phenomenal results. Hey, I want to introduce you to 9 time Olympic gold medalist out at my gym. He came out for one simple reason. He was trying to set new goals for himself at 60. It's powerful to see that no matter where you're at in your journey, you're always able to set new goals. And I want you to know that whatever you're looking for, you can start. You don't have to be an Olympic athlete to get started. You just have to have a reason and a purpose to want to improve your life. Let me introduce you to Larry. He was working 90 hours a week as a lawyer. He was struggling with low energy, had no structure to stick with the routine. He was doing random workouts, skipping meals. He was pushing hard, but he wasn't getting results. In 30 days, this guy had phenomenal results. He was just working out 30 minutes a day, but he had structure, he had consistency, and now had a plan. Let me introduce you to Marty. She's a busy judge. She's been struggling with weight for years on all kinds of yo-yo diets. She tried lots of diets, different programs, but nothing lasted consistently. Once she stepped into my program and tried the AFC method, she lost 72 pounds and she's now more fit in her 40s than any other time in her life. Meet Harry, a former collegiate athlete who lost his momentum after college because he was trying to figure out his balance between fitness and his career. Well, he tried going it solo, but it kept falling off track with no real structure. He stepped into my program and lost 14% body fat and 20 pounds of lean muscle packed onto his body in 6 weeks. He used the method, he used the structure, he used the plan, and he had phenomenal results. If he could do it, you can do it. So here's exactly how I can help you. I've set some time aside on my calendar to speak with you personally, absolutely free. I want to show you how to apply these strategies right away and start getting results today. On this free strategy session call, we'll do 3 things. First, we'll get clear on what you really want. Then, we'll uncover the specific challenges that have held you back. Finally, we'll create a plan to help you reach your goals. And if you'd like to get there faster and without frustration, then we can talk about what it looked like to work together. Remember, the case studies I showed you earlier, it all started with this reset strategy call. So if you want to transform your health, your mindset, and your life, if you want to become more confident, energized, and in control again, and do it all without crash diets, crazy workouts, or wasting time, then this is for you. Here's why I'm offering this call for free. I love people and I want to impact your life. But before we go any further, you need to know I can't help everyone. And the last thing I want to do is waste your time. If you're not the type of person who wants to get results, this is not for you. If you keep making excuses and never follow through, you're always too busy to prioritize your health, you're unwilling or unable to invest in your own health. This is for you if you're fully committed to take control of your health and your life. This is a priority for you right now, not someday. This is for you if you're coachable and open to following a proven plan, you're ready to show up, take action, and follow through. So, if you meet these criteria, there's no reason you can't see results just like Phil, Sylvia, and Marty did. They started with one decision, just like you, the one that you're about to make. Here's what to do next. Simply click the link below this video. So, if you want to uncover what's really been keeping you from getting the results you deserve, get a customized plan to reset your health and momentum, and to see if working together makes sense to help you get there faster, then book your free reset strategy call now. I only take a few of these calls each week. If you're serious about transforming your health and you meet the criteria, click the button below. You now have two choices. Keep doing what you've always done, and you're going to keep getting the same result, or schedule a call and let me help you build a real game plan that actually works for your life. You watched the entire training. You want real results. You want more energy. You want a stronger body and a healthier life. Maybe you know you're simply not getting the results you want on your own. What do you have to lose? Take advantage of this opportunity now. Simply click the link below and I will help you.